Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.
Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body. Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body. Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body. Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body. Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body.
Have been impressive, and this is just the beginning. So Mammoth Mountain, the ski base, has already seen 22 inches of snow. Now you take that up to the peak and you've seen 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts. There's a lot of sides to this system. We're expecting more, obviously, and we're going to be measuring this in feet as opposed to inches across parts of the Sierra. Zoning into a few of these specific areas, Donner Pass is one of those spots that's just going to see an absolute onslaught of snow, and we're talking about not just snow, but some really treacherous winds as well. So that I-80 pass is going to be very, very dangerous, and likely we will see some road closures as well, up to 70 inches of snow across the Donner Pass area. Now we move this into California across the I-5 corridor, and that's where we're likely to see some travel impacts based on the fact that we're going to see so much rain. You just heard Carl talk about this. Just the unbelievable amount of rain that we're going to see for California is likely going to cause some travel delays out on the roadways. So just give yourself extra time to try to get where you need to go, not only today, this evening, but as we get into Christmas Eve and especially on Christmas Day. The snow still to come as we look towards Spokane. Not impressive amounts, at least through Monday night, but we do have more systems on the way after that. And then you head into Idaho and up to the higher elevations of the Bitterroots. That's where you will see some more snowfall. And then we check in with the Seattle area. This is always impressive. We're getting those snow levels coming all the way down to, by the time we get to Monday night, we could see anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of snow on the ground in Seattle. Same deal with Portland. Those snow levels coming down, and Portland expecting a little bit more, where we could see 2 to 3 inches of snow in the city of Portland. Carl?
Many more days of storms across the West, and as we mentioned yesterday, good news. It is good news. For the most part.
But for those who are wondering when it might stop, it's not looking like until maybe 2022.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. You did mention, Carl, some of the systems moving across Michigan and eventually into the Northeast, all riding along that jet stream. So we're going to see several disturbances work their way in over the next few days. The first one, really not all that impressive. It's the one that moves in Christmas Day, stretching into the day just after Christmas, that we still have a lot of questions about just exactly how much snow it will produce. We know it will cause some travel problems, but we're seeing some major differences between the models right now. So we're going to start with the American model, and you can see it develops this area of low pressure back towards the Ohio Valley, and it brings kind of a wintry mix mess through the Northeast and New England on Christmas Day, especially in the morning hours. And we flip over to the European model, and it never really develops that strong area of low pressure. That's the biggest difference that we're seeing, and with that, it's a lot less aggressive on some of the snowfall amounts and the wintry weather amounts that we will see across the Northeast. Back to the American model, you can see how that low pressure, it starts to deepen as we get into Saturday night. That's going to enhance some of the instability. It's going to increase the rainfall. It's going to increase the snowfall on the backside. And once again, the European model is just not all that impressed. Look at the American model. It really deepens that low pressure by Sunday morning, moving it off the coast, and behind that you can see those stacked isobars. So not only will we be seeing snow, but also the wind threat will be there as well. And then back to the European model, and you know, it's just a major difference in what we're seeing, but I have to hand it to the American model that it has been very consistent in producing a bigger system and a more powerful system than what the European model has been showing. And it's been kind of waffling back and forth on exactly what it wants to do. So the European model, no surprise here, not really that impressed by the snowfall amounts, but we hand it to the American model, and we're seeing in places potentially a foot or more of snow from areas of New Hampshire all the way up into Maine. So, Carl, still a lot of details to work out here, but I think bottom line, we will see some travel impacts Christmas weekend.
You know, we used to call the American model, the GFS, the Goofus.
We did,
I don't know if we can still do that anymore. I mean, it's gotten to be a pretty good model.
Yeah, it really has, and we'll see if it's correct on this one.